That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox.
Hi everyone, it's me, Linda B, and welcome back. All right, today I want to do a reaction video on Malcolm X. Now, I know he wasn't a Christian, he was a Muslim. However, he did have some sage wisdom. He was paying attention to everything that was going on around him. This was the 60s, and things were going crazy, the turbulent 60s. People were being assassinated left and right. Black people we wanted our civil rights. Martin Luther King had risen to notoriety, and everything, beyond everything, was going on. We had assassinations, public assassinations, and he had some words to say about the white liberal. But before we get into that, I need you guys to stick around. Please go ahead and hit the like button, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. On my way to 3,000 subscribers by the end of this month. Now let's get into it.
There are many whites who are trying to solve the problem, but you never see them going under the label of liberals. That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox. And a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. You know what he's up to. But the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling. You take him for a friend.
And see, this is what we have to pay attention to. He said that you see the wolf coming, but the fox is sneakier. The fox pretends to be your friend. And I did a video on, the Democratic Party, and the beginning was stab you in the back. There was a song that was being played, I believe by the OJ, some old song, but pretending to be your friend while stabbing you in the back, and they get you to hurt your own people. That's what they do. And that's what they do. They get a black person to run alongside them or for a political office, whether it's Vice President Kamala Harris, whether it's the president, Barack Obama. And we fall for it. Typically, I didn't when it came to Barack Obama. I voted for Joe Biden, but that's neither here nor there now. We all make mistakes, right? Lord, forgive us. But we do that, and it gets us to vote. And then those people that we voted for actually don't do anything for us at all. That's why we cannot look at color. We have to look at character. Disregard color. Just look at qualifications. Okay, and he said something very, very, very interesting. He's like, the white liberal is more hypocritical than the conservative. But guess what? Black people vote Democrat.
The white liberal differs from the white conservative only in one way. The liberal is more deceitful, more hypocritical than the conservative. Both want power. But the white liberal is the one who has perfected the art of posing as the Negro's friend and benefactor. And by winning the friendship and support of the Negro, the white liberal is able to use the Negro as a pawn or a weapon in this political football game that is constantly raging between the white liberals and the white conservatives. The American Negro is nothing but a political football, and the white liberals control this ball through tricks or tokenism, false promises of integration and civil rights. In this game of deceiving and using the American Negro, the white liberals have complete cooperation of the Negro civil rights leader, who sell our people out for a few crumbs of token recognition.
And those are your liberals. And some sections of the Democratic Party are extremely far left. I mean, they are for everything that is destructive to the family, whether it's transgenderism, abortion, anything that can kill off your ability to reproduce. And so we need to be mindful of that. But I know some people, no matter what you tell them, they're not going to listen. They believe the media when the media tells them something. Okay. So Malcolm X saw this back then, and I've been telling you guys, I have been telling you, share this video with your friends and well, maybe not co-workers because they don't like you to talk about politics, but your family and friends, let them know, check this woman out. She's speaking truth. And it is a fact. Look at Democratic-led cities, whether it's Baltimore, Chicago, New York, whatever. If there's a Democrat at the helm, it's going to, I hate to say it, crap. Things aren't going well with the public school system. There's a lot of crime. Now they're bringing drag queens into the schools. They're letting children get sexual transition surgery without the parents knowing anything about it. And that is what the left brings. They bring destruction. They bring a God-hating, country-hating, black person and a woman-hating agenda. Everything speaks it loud and clear. So here's what else Malcolm X had to say.
Many whites who act friendly toward Negroes. A fox acts friendly toward the lamb. And usually the fox is the one who ends up with the lamb chop on his plate. The wolf doesn't act friendly, and therefore the wolf has more difficulty in getting the lamb chop in his plate.
I'd like to point out, though, that...
And I say that because it is usually if you study the structure of the Negro community, economically, politically, civically, psychologically, and otherwise, it's controlled by the white liberal, who usually poses as the friend of the Negro.
On the other hand, I think one could point to a large number of whites who have struggled for civil rights, for equality, and have got little or nothing out of it, other than quite a few bruises.
Give me an example.
Well, the large number of white students who have gone into the South, for example, working for SNCC and other organizations.
Not working for SNCC or other organizations, but working for the white political machines who benefit by the voting efforts of Negroes.
Okay. Today, you could point to a large number of Negro leaders who have consistently betrayed Negroes in a whole host of areas.
They aren't really Negro leaders. These are puppets that have been put in front of the Negro community by white liberals. These are parrots that have been put in front of the Negro community by white liberals. You can't name me a Negro leader who has been betrayed Negroes, who has not been endorsed, sanctioned, subsidized, and supported by the white liberals.
See, this is what I've been saying in my other videos about liberals. And I don't like to put a color on it the way Mr. Malcolm did. But it's true that white liberals use black people, as a pawn. And we're so excited to see someone, in a position of authority or power. It makes us feel good. But that particular person is being controlled by the racist liberal that is using the black person to hurt their own community. And Malcolm X saw way back then. I wanted to bring up another point about a case that I've been following, and you've seen the numerous videos on Fani Willis. Clearly, she's African-American or black, if you will, and she was put up by white liberals to, do dirty work against Donald Trump. But her office also received federal grant money that was supposed to go to inner city youth. Well, she didn't use that money for the inner city youth. She hurt the youth by using it on herself. And the youth never got, they never took advantage of that money that was supposed to go to them. And that is what Malcolm X was talking about, is that, people, a lot of people, they pretend to be your friend, and they will look like you, and you think you can trust them. Oh, they're black, I can trust them. But remember, people are more selfish than you think. They want money. There's most people have a price, and if you give them that price, if you pay them that, they will turn on you. They will turn probably on their own parents for a certain amount of money. And I know that sounds crazy, but it is true. So when she was given the opportunity to, she was elected DA and was saying she was going to help the community, she absolutely did not. She did not. She did everything that she accused her predecessor of doing. The exact same thing. So I'll be praying for Fulton County to get a better DA next time. And all of these things, probably she won't get, reelected. But some people are going to say it's racism. I'm going to support her anyway. Did she support the community? Did she send federal grant money to the community? That's what we should be looking at. Do not fall for this pawn. Okay. Barack Obama, a lot of people say he was a pawn. He was said to have been a pawn because he really didn't have any policies that helped the African-American community. Not really. I know you have, what was that, Obamacare, Affordable Care Act, that in the end ended up being too expensive for people. So it wasn't really an Affordable Care Act. It said it was affordable, but it ended up not being affordable at all. So yeah, just remember that we don't want to fall for tricks and schemes, because Malcolm X said that, the tricks that the Democrats or the liberals do. He said liberal. He didn't say Democrat, but we know it's Democrats. So you guys be blessed. I'm going to end the video right here. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and march on, warriors.